Greetings, it's October 1st, it's Tuesday, and I'm on a mission. I'm on the way to the bank that handles my business accounts, which is the bank / the accounts where I pay filmmakers when I run the Sparta Film Challenge or the Ottawa Digital Film Festival. And this bank, not the branch, but the bank, has changed the way they do some things. So now there's fees being applied that were not being applied before, which essentially is taking money away from the filmmaker cash prizes. So I'm not pleased with that, and I wasn't even made aware of it beforehand. It was just kind of looked in my account one day and went, hey, what are these fees for? So then I had to track down somebody, because I sent emails to the branch, and the people that normally replied to my emails didn't reply. So then I went on and found this make an appointment with someone in the branch part of their website. Did that, got a call from a fellow, and then he said about working on my problem. Then I got an email telling me about a possible solution, and then when I fired back some emails, 3 in total now, I think 3, that would, they were requests for another phone call. I got nothing. So now I'm going to the branch. I'll keep the branch name and the bank name private for now. But I think I might out the bank if they make things too difficult, because it's kind of dumb that they suddenly changed their fee structure when the only reason I went into this branch and got a bank account there was because there were going to be no fees, or the fees that would eventually show up would be for things I wouldn't do, or at least not do very often. So now I'm going to get dinged every month for nothing, and then maybe dinged if I put money in. So I'm not happy, and I would think that the account person I'm going to talk to, service representative, is probably going to view my arrival in person as significant, because whoever shows up to give you good news in person? Does your boss come from another city, or another province to give you good news? Nah, but they might come to give you bad news. So we shall see how this works out, because I don't like the fact that I have to go in there and deal with this in person when it could have been handled by the phone, via phone call. And I could have done that, and all I needed was a reply, another phone call, but I couldn't get one. So I'm annoyed, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'll have to wait to see how it turns out. All for now. Update after the meeting at the bank. Got to meet the man behind the telephone conversations, and he sorted things out for me in a way that works for me, and that's really good. On the downside, I think this is a case, the whole reason I had to go see him was because banks, like any other organization, seem to have maybe it's a retention issue, but maybe it's somebody else who's into HR would tell me it's not just retention, it's something else. But when people move from one job to another, I remember having a time when I had to do transfer out of my job and tell somebody else, explain, teach them, train them, whatever. They didn't have enough time. My departure time was so fast that I think I had a week, at most 2 weeks, to train them, and 2 weeks wasn't enough. So same thing in branches at banks. They have people who work somewhere, and either they leave for another job, which means there's probably no handover at all, or if they leave, the handover time isn't enough. So this is one of those things that causes companies grief in the long run, because you end up with a customer service gap. I would call it a gap due to people changing jobs or leaving jobs, and the incoming person then has to scramble to catch up on all the stuff they have no idea about because they haven't seen it before, or they may have seen it before but they haven't had a chance to really get caught up because there's so much that they have to get caught up with that they can't possibly do so effectively. So then you have situations that need addressing, that they do their best, but there's too many situations that need addressing. Not enough hours in the day. Anyway, the rep at the bank I went to see explained what was going on, and then sorted it out so that I was happy, which is good. Now should I out the bank or not? Because it's a good news, bad news story. Like, I'm essentially saying that the customer service rep is great, but the bank's internal policies creates problems for the employees. So is it a good thing if I tell people which branch of which bank, or is that more harmful to the brand of the bank than it is beneficial because they got a good customer service agent catching up on what's going on? Tough one. Maybe I'll let the bank agent decide.